All right, good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing today? As soon as you come in, just log in. Let us know that you are here. You can send us private messages as we get ourselves situated. We give a little bit of time for others to check in. So we are live. We are live, definitely. So just giving folks a little time to check in. Let me know if you're here. Let us know where you're from. I'm also checking on my phone. I want to make sure that we are good. Can you guys hear us? Give us a good audio check and a visual check. And let me know if you're hearing an echo as well, so that way we can put some headphones or something in. Okay. Some folks are checking in. Just check in. When you check in, just say hello. And I will be moderating today with the chat. Let's see who's in here. All right, guys, just remember, every single week, every Thursday, we are having these sessions. Okay, so as part of your Monetize Your Skills Academy course membership, every single Thursday we have live webinar training at 7 p.m. Central. So please just put it on your calendar, mark your calendar. Hello, Carol, how you doing? Carol is here. Good to see you. Anyone else checking in? Let me see here. Let me grab my other link. We just do these checks, make sure everything is good. Carol, let me know. Can you hear me? Can you see us well? Before we get into the stuff and folks saying they can't hear us, we want to make sure everything is good to go. All right, Holly, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, Holly. Can you hear us? Can you guys hear us well? Okay. So I have a wonderful training available to us this particular week. And also, by the way, know this too, that again, for those who are in the Monetize Your Skills Academy course, these replays are in the webinar section. When you log into the course, there are about 9 different webinars there at the moment, but know that you can definitely access these stuff so you can go over the material, because we're trying to help you to develop your brand, develop your business, whatever. Some of you that just came in recently, about a month ago, you're probably still developing your product or whatever you want to do online. And so these trainings are to help you. So there's always two phases. One is product development, and the other is product creation. So, I mean, product development, product creation slash, and the next part, what we do now is marketing and promotion. So today and last time that we had one of these trainings, we brought on someone who was doing 7 figures. Okay, thank you, Carol. Okay, good. So they can hear us. I think we're ready to go then. So yeah, the last guest we brought on was Aaron Delazensky, who is doing 7 figures in his email marketing business. And he did that, of course, results based on individual effort. But Aaron was able to do that in less than 2 years. He struggled for the first 8 months because, again, he was learning his product, getting his stuff together. But one of the things is marketing. You have to do some kind of promotion marketing. And Facebook is one of the gold mines that is still untapped by many of us. So whether you are in ministry, business, you're trying to grow your personal following or personal brand, whatever have you, Facebook is the key today. And that's what took Aaron's business to a whole nother level when he began consistently advertising on Facebook. So I have a special guest with me today. So at this point, we're going to officially begin. So the replay, when we put it in the course, we want to make sure that this is the beginning. So I'm going to do like I'm doing an introduction. All right. Dr. Cooper, welcome. Welcome. Good evening to you. Any questions, by the way, that you have, post them here. I can see your stuff. Okay. If you want to chat with each other, let me know. We can turn that feature on. But right now, all of the chat comes in and I can see them. Okay. All right, so welcome to the weekly Monetize Your Skills Academy training webinar. Tonight, we have a power packed training session for you. You don't want to miss this. We want you to take notes and we want you to make application. That's the only way you're going to get results is when you actually apply. For those students who are new in the Monetize Skills Academy, I hope by now that you have actually gone through all of the modules. We want you to move quickly. Many of you here, I'm working with you privately, but know this, before the year is out, I want to make sure that you create a product, whether that's a book, that's an online course, or you develop a coaching consulting program, whatever have you. We want to make sure that you are utilizing the strategies that we are teaching to take your life to another level. And remember, this is about impacting the world as well. So these are the ways in which once you create it, the course will help you get all the product creation and development together. And these trainings are continuous stuff that help you with tactical stuff. This is how you implement and get the results that you're looking for. So tonight, we're going to be talking about Facebook marketing and analysis, how to actually use Facebook to grow your brand, grow your business, your ministry, whatever have you. We want you to leverage the power of Facebook because many people are still not using it to its fullest capacity. So our guest tonight is a special friend and coach and mentor of mine. We've done a lot of stuff together, and his name is Michael Wilson. All right, Michael Wilson is a veteran. Amen. We got some connection there. He's a man of God. He's also a husband, a father. He has all those things behind him. But also, like you said, he has an MBA, Master's in Business Administration. He's also completing his doctorate degree at the moment as well in strategic leadership. Is it?
Yes.
In strategic leadership. And he's a certified John Maxwell coach in the area where we live. We call it the RGV, the Rio Grande Valley. Michael is the man that everyone knows. He organized all these networking events, all these. He's a people person. He's a connector. He has sent people my way for coaching and consulting. And so we have a reciprocal relationship. Also, he gave me one of my first speaking gigs, an opportunity here with the NHP, or the National Hispanic Professional Organization. He was education director there, and he worked with many different boards along here. He has also personally helped me with running Facebook advertising. This guy, especially locally, this guy is the go-to guy. So whenever I need something done locally, or I need to get the word out locally, Michael, I call him up. Hey, Mike, can you do this? Can you send this out? Can you just, make an announcement? That's how Michael is here. So he knows what he's talking about. And another thing that I want to say, or lastly, about Michael is this. Today, he actually had this training. I went to this training myself today, right? You guys, he's trying to put as much as he can today. Of course, this is supposed to be like 4 hours, so we're going to break it down as much as we can tonight. But today, I was part of a group that he was teaching today at a local business. What is it? The Hispanic Chamber, the Hispanic Chamber. So he was teaching there today. He was teaching this very subject, and it was paid. It was not free. I had to pay to be there. So you are getting a lot of value this evening. We are giving this to you because you are part of our community. You guys are on the Monetize Your Skills Academy course. And so this is the kind of information that you are getting that other people pay to be for to attend. Even myself had to pay to attend it. So I hope that you are ready. Take notes. I mean, remove all distraction, power down your other stuff. If you're on Facebook, get off of it for right now. If you are on your email, get rid of it for right now so you can focus, because I want you to get maximum out of this, because if you implement what Michael is speaking about, you can really get followers to grow. Like I say, if you want to grow your brand, or you want to just have a tribe of people that follows you, if you want to know how to be able to use it to grow your business, to get sales, all of that stuff. We had some wonderful testimonials today of people who are making money based on what Michael is about to share. So without further ado, Michael, you have the floor. Welcome again to Monetize Your Skills Academy. You are no stranger. You've been here with us. So glad to have you, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, there's a little echo.
Okay, it's probably my volume here. Let me turn it down.
All right, let me test it now. All right, perfect.
Yeah.
That would have been kind of difficult.
You got it. It was my volume.
Yes. Now, It's you said no Facebook right now, but after this, I want you to go on Facebook and really take it to the next level. A little bit about myself. I'm actually a business coach, and about 2 years ago, I had a client that said Facebook marketing does not work. And it just intrigued me. Actually, I wasn't really into Facebook myself. I wasn't really a social media type of guy. I know Chance is probably going to faint on that one, but about 2 or 3 years ago, I really didn't, social media wasn't my thing. And it just intrigued me. He said Facebook marketing doesn't work, but it seemed to be working for a lot of other people. So I did some research on it. And I'm the research type of guy. So I did some research and I found a couple of magic keys that really can make, and actually has helped my clients blow up their network. And they just have a huge network of people. It can grow massively. I even tested, and this is I know it's kind of weird. Actually, my other client is around here somewhere, roaming the house. I tested on my cat, and you won't believe this. In 3 months, she got 4,700 followers. A cat.
Wow.
And so the system really works that I've created in helping people build a massive network. But right now, I've laser targeted. I mean, I could actually have 50,000 followers, but there's a specific type of people I'm looking for. My avatar. And right now I have 27,000 followers, and these are laser targeted, the ones I really want in my network. And it's growing every day, but there's a certain amount of people that I want in my network that really can bring benefit to, well, not just myself, but to everybody that is in the network. And so I created this about a couple months ago. I created this presentation to really help my clients that I work with to really maximize their efforts in marketing their business on Facebook and grow their network. All right, let me see. I already did the intro there. And mind you, this, oops, I need to go back one. This presentation is a 4-hour presentation. Today I did it in 2, and it was kind of rushed. And a lot of people, when they left, they had a lot more questions. And there are going to be a lot of questions after this.
I was waiting to speak with you, and I couldn't.
I know, it was like bam, 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 bam. Sorry, we got so much to cover, and I actually have learned a lesson today. I'm not going to, and actually I'm breaking that principle that I'm making right now. I'm going to make this a 4-hour course, and because there's a lot to cover, and so we're going to go through this kind of quick, and I'm going to be available afterwards for any questions. My objective of this presentation is in this workshop is to give you an understanding how to leverage Facebook, and let me go to the next slide here. Facebook, you won't believe this. Facebook is the social media outlet that has the most users. Has right now, when I last checked, is 2.7 billion users. So you have in your possession an access to 2,700 people throughout the world. And it's phenomenal to know that. So Facebook is powerful. You got other ones. You got LinkedIn. You got Instagram. Those are my 2 other favorite ones. But this one has the most user, Facebook. And Facebook is the one that's most used platform in the world. It's growing in numbers. It's still growing. It's going to be into 3 billion and about way above and beyond. And Facebook has many tools. And there's one that we're going to focus on. It's called Facebook Insights, and it's just an amazing tool. It's not only for creating ads, you use it for creating the Facebook ads, but for research and really creating your avatar. The Facebook Insight is the tool to use. And what's beautiful is I'm thinking about back in 1970s, 1980s, when you went to a restaurant and you had a bad experience. Let's say just the service was horrible. You complain. That's it. It ended there. There was, word of mouth. Maybe tell your neighbors about how bad experience you had. Today, social media keeps all of these services in check because of these reviews, and so it's beautiful that we can actually communicate now with the owners of the company and really show them that, hey, you really need to fix these problems. So Facebook is really beautiful with that nowadays. Or all social medias. Now, why build a big network? a lot of companies out there, they focus on three capitals. There's three capitals that they have to focus on to make their company very successful. You have financial capital, that's your revenue, incoming revenue, outgoing expenses. Then you have your human capital, the people you hire to run your business. And then the neglected one is the social capital. A lot of people that I deal with, I also do a lot of network training, business network training. And a lot of people just find that network, I'm not going to build a network. That's not important. I got to focus on bringing in the revenue, reducing my expenses, and have to deal with my employees all the time. I don't have time for social capital. But it's amazing that if you actually build your social capital, it actually reduces the friction that you have on your financial and human capital. For example, in social capital, when you have to hire somebody and you don't really have the social capital to find that individual, you have to probably go to Indeed or any of this online people and hire somebody you don't know, and they're not referred by anybody. And so you're hiring this person, and 9 times out of 10, I don't know what it is that you hire this person and they just don't really fit. They really did the song and dance with the interview, but they were just not the greatest. And it's really hard to deal with these employees. But when human capital, let's say I got to hire somebody, I got to hire a receptionist. Hey, social capital, I do it on Facebook all the time. Hey, I'm looking to hire somebody. Can somebody recommend somebody that's really good that can really work with my team? And I tell you what, 9 times out of 10, they give you an awesome person. And then, mind you, they're recommending that person. So their name is on the line for recommending this person. So it's I'll tell you what, it's a lot better. Another example of social capital. I'm a business coach. I had a client that he flips homes. He bought 2 wonderful deals. He had wonderful deals. He had 2 homes that he purchased, beautiful, sweet deals. But he used all his capital to purchase those financial capital, of course. He used all his capital to purchase these 2 homes, and he didn't have the capital to flip them, to renovate and flip them. And so he came to me, big eyes, didn't know what to do. He said, Mike, I am in trouble. I don't know how I want to release these homes, flip these homes. I said, let me use my social capital. In 2 hours, I raised $100,000, got the houses fixed, flipped them, and both of them made a good heavy penny out of it. Didn't really make anything out of it, but it was reciprocity, and that guy really loves me nowadays. But what I got out of this is that my social capital worked. And so in the past, about the time I've known Chance there, maybe for the past a year and a half, my social capital has been growing and growing and growing and growing. And Chance has seen that my interactions on Facebook, he follows me a lot. And he's seen that my social capital does work. And I've actually helped him a lot of times with my social capital.
You sure have.
I've always asked this question, and I want to ask you all this question. If right now, if I were to give you $1 million, and Chance, I don't have access to the chat. I want to ask a question. If I were to give you $1 million or 1 million people, loyal customers, which one would you take right now? But you got a chance? Anybody responding?
1 million or what?
1 million customers or $1 million? Which one would you take?
All right, guys, make sure you reply here. Okay, it's going to be some delay. You can go forward a bit. Let's see.
We just get one response, and then we'll continue on.
Okay. Alrighty. So go ahead, guys. Holly, Ronita, Carol, Donna. Customers. Donna says customers.
All right, Chance. I know how you're going to answer this. What would you take right now?
Holly says customers.
All right. What would you take there, Chance?
All right, I take the customers also.
Yeah. When you build a powerful social capital, leveraging social media with it, you can print your own money. You can literally, that each customer you're going to probably earn over $1 sometime in the future. I know you could probably use that money and invest it and make other, but you got a 1 million followers. That's beautiful. You can actually print your own money.
Wow, true.
All right. All right. Oh, it
While
keeps
you're
it.
flipping through there, Hay says, I don't know what name that is. Says Hay says, yes, the customers, because even if you lose everything, they will still be here to support you. That's correct.
Yep.
Yep,
Yep.
that's true.
All right. So if you build your following, you build it, they will come. Revenue will come. You build it and they'll come. I'm thinking of that movie, the Field of Dreams. You build it, they will come. All right. So now let's start building your foundation. What you need to really understand, it's not just Facebook that you have to build. It's also, there's other aspects of it before you even start building your Facebook presence. A lot of people, I mean, a lot of my business owners that I deal with, they use Facebook page as their website, and I'm telling them, no, don't do that. If you're doing that, I hope I'm not offending, but it doesn't really give you credibility. I've even done a survey with about was 100 customers, and I asked them, what do you look for when you're looking for a company? They're looking for reviews and they're looking for a website, because a Facebook page does not give you all the information you need, and it doesn't give you the credibility that you are a viable company. So you got to, I mean, right now you can go to Wix and create it. It's so simple to make a website nowadays. It's so easy. And actually, Chance or myself, we can even guide you on that. But it's super easy nowadays. So please have a website. Google My Business. It's so amazing that they're at this Chance, the training that you went to today, you saw that it was maybe 75% of the people didn't have or even knew what Google My Business was. This is a totally free service. When you Google a restaurant, and on the side of Google, your Google results, you'll see a company, or you put your company name, and if it doesn't pop up on the right side, you don't have Google My Business. Totally free service. And what's beautiful about it is that your Facebook reviews will actually come out on the Google My Business. That's why you want to do that, because it's a Google presence. It's a Google link, and it's actually help you with your search engine optimization. Also, a lot of people just when they have a Facebook account and they create their Facebook page off of their profile page, and sometimes you can create it on its own, but preferably it's linked to a profile page. And what I ended up doing myself, I ended up turning my Facebook profile into my Facebook business, my professional profile. Now, I'm not, my name is not in the Facebook profile. It's not CM. It's first name CM and last name Institute. You can't do that. It's against Facebook regulations, and you'll actually eventually be account will be closed down. Use your actual name, and use this only for professional. All your private stuff, that all your private postings, just create a family private one, and there you can post all your stuff and not worry about that. So and the reason I say use a Facebook profile there's a lot of tools in there. You can't message on a page. You can't send a PM. You can't do a lot of things. There's so many limitations that you can do on a page, and with that you can actually build a lot more. And so I really recommend that you have a professional Facebook profile, and from there you create your page, because people are going to link you to that page. There so many times I have my business people that I coach, that they have their private profile page connected to their Facebook page, and they look them up, and they're here talking about things on the news like Trump and all these things that's happening with the migrants and everything else, and they're connecting them with their views, and they're actually getting angry about that. And so it's not a good idea to do that kind of stuff. When you got to be neutral on that, so be careful with that, especially if it's your private page connected to your Facebook page. They're going to find you, they're going to look for you, and they're going to see what type of person you are and what they're working with. So keep neutral. You'll never see me talking about anything like that. I'm always talking about giving value, solving people's problems. I always ask people, how can I help you? What is it that I can do for you to help you? It's a weird question that people freak out with that. When I go to networking events, I say, instead of saying, here, I'm selling something to you, it's like, how can I help you? What is it I can do to help you? And they never get that question before. But try that one of these days at a networking event.
So, Michael, what you're technically saying is that, keep professional, business, and personal. Like, don't mingle them.
Don't link them together.
Yeah, there's some people here also who are in the ministry space, and sometimes you might post ministry related things on your business page, and folks are like, hey, what's going on here? On vice versa, different things like that. So I know for me, I'm also with my church and so forth. And yeah, there are things I want to post that might be spiritual or religious in nature, but I have to post those in the right locations. So that way you keep, like you said, certain things, you just keep everything organized. So don't mix them up, pretty much. Don't mix them up.
Yeah, and mind you, I'm a Christ-like person, and not saying that reflect the Holy Spirit upon these people in a professional manner and be that person with principles, Christian values, and everything else. I'm not saying not be a Christian. It just stay on your branding and stay in your lane. Right. All right. Also, your Facebook page. Once you start building your customer base, you start building your fan base on your profile, which is a lot easier doing on a profile rather than a business page. You can invite on the business page. For some reason, you will get a quarter, if not even 10% of them that do the invite. But when you ask somebody to become your friend, for some reason, it's a lot easier that way than inviting them to come to, because they always think they're going to get solicited. So once they know you as a friend and became your friend, then invite them to like your page, your business page. And that's the way I do it, and it actually works a lot more better. And actually, I'm like I told Chance on a phone conversation today, I'm not really active on my Facebook page per se. I'm more active on my profile. I communicate, I engage, I do a lot of stuff with them. And, I actually have to do a purge on because I'm already up to 5,000 right now. And so also build a persona. And you need to really, actually, you can Google, there's so many workbooks on that. And if you ever need one, I can email you one too. Know the type of target people that you're looking for. Don't just say, hey, everybody, I want to know everybody, come be my friend. Not everybody is perfect for you. So really be selective on the people that you choose to join your network. And I tell you what, I did that in the beginning, and it was a lot of nightmares. Got a lot of people that I don't know how to use it in a wackos, crazy people. So you gotta be careful with that. So really look for some highly professional people. Look for people that can really complement your business. Look for people you can collaborate with. Look at people that are potential customers. Those are the ones you're looking for. Don't just accept anybody and everybody. Every day, I actually have to decline about 100 people because either they're a fake accounts, I can spot a fake account real fast, or they're not really. And sometimes they can get sexually solicited ones. If I see cleavage, I like, nope, that's not mine. I cancel that one. And so just really be selective on who you get. Even professionals, I turn down even professionals. They look professional. They have a tie, suit, and everything else, but they're in Washington State and they're a real estate agent. And I'm just like, I just don't see how we're going to work together. And because of what I do, I mainly try to stick to Texas. I'm mainly actually South Texas, really. So I try to get people that are around here. So know your persona. Create. Actually, Chance gave me. Actually, I still got it. Let's see. I got it right here. That's very strange. Remember this one? You gave me this a while back. The ideal customer avatar.
Yeah.
So something like that. Just know the perfect person that you want to look for your network. And by knowing that, and actually, if you go to Facebook Insight, and the way you find it is by creating an ad and then look for audience. And once you do that, you can actually, and then you type in the location where you're at, or if you don't want to put location, type in like your industry that you're working in. and it will actually give you the full demographics, what they like, where they check in, all these it gives you so much data. So Google, you definitely, Facebook Insight is a very powerful tool. And also you can continue on and buy ads and even target those individuals and have ads in front of them. All right, the do nots. Let's talk about the do nots. Let me see the time. We're at 31 right now. Use Facebook page as your website. Do not do that. We talked about that. Do not spam followers. I mean, we all don't like spamming.
Yeah.
Spamming doesn't work. It's a mindset when you're building your social capital. It is that a lot of times, I mean, this is, I suffer from this too, is that when we are a business, it's about the money that's in your wallet needs to transfer to my wallet. And if you have that mindset, you're going to have some problems. But if you change your mindset and say, I'm not worried about your money, I want to build a relationship with you. And when you build that relationship with you, the money will follow later on. But when you build a relationship with those individuals, you will actually, they will become your salesperson. What you want to do is you want to create that mind in their minds that when they say, let's say you own an insurance company, say, hey, somebody comes to them and say, hey, do you know an insurance agent? Right there, boom. You need to see Mike Wilson because he's an awesome insurance agent. It needs to be in their mind. Because a lot of times they say, you know, insurance agent, like, no, look in the Google one, I guess. And so it needs to pop in that mind. And that's when you do what you do by building that relationship. So we need to create that sales staff. Do not post. Don't post content that is not relevant to your brand. Let's say you're talking about building funnels, and then you start talking about building funnel cakes, or making funnel cakes, baking funnel cakes, or something like that. Yeah, it's a funny euphemism, but stay on target. What your brand is. Don't start talking about the news. Don't start talking about baking cakes and cooking barbecue or anything like that. Just stay on topic. Also, do not post photos or videos that are not yours. You can get in trouble that way. There's a Shutterfly 123rf.com. I buy royalty free, or royalty is not royalty free, but royalty soft pictures and videos. Don't use other stuff. Other people's work, because you're going to have to end up getting sued or a letter stating that you can't use that.
But most likely, make a distinction there, though. You can make a distinction, though. There's a difference between sharing and posting it like it's yours, in the sense of, let's say, you're doing funnels. You go take somebody's funnel video and say, hey, look at a video I made or something like that.
Yeah,
like highlighted it as you, but you can share other people's pictures and videos.
Oh yes, as long as they get credit for it, that's and actually it's promoting them. They won't mind.
Yeah.
Do not. Also, one thing I've seen a lot of my business clients do is don't like your own post. Don't do that, because it's actually, it looks tacky, and it's custom. That some people will actually actually discredit you because they might say something that's a little offending to you.
Yeah. Sometimes you're so used to liking too, though. It's like everything is like. So.
Yeah. And also keep it organic. Don't buy likes. You can buy likes on eBay or other websites. Keep it organic, because Facebook will find out and you end up getting blacklisted. It's not worth it. Okay, and how to build your fan base. Okay, we can encourage customers and other business owners to like your page. Now, the easy people to really request to become friends are business owners. If you go to a random person and they're not in business, let's say they have a job, a full-time job, or they're a student, and you go to them and say, hey, I want to become friends, it might be a little creepy to them. They're like, well, why do you want to be my friend? And they start questioning why you want to become a friend. And especially if it's a male to a female or vice versa, they might get it wrong. So, but business owners, because they're looking to expand their network and you ask to become their friend, they're easier. And not only that, the rule of 250. The rule of 250. Let me get a card here. I didn't talk about this on the social capital section. When you get a business card, and you might need, pretty much everybody has a Facebook page or a Facebook account or something like that. But when you get a business card, a lot of times what I see with people, I love going, I actually coach people on business networking. When you go, I love watching people when they receive a card, they get the card and like right away into their pocket. And so right away, when I teach people is that if they went straight into the pocket, they're probably not interested. Don't waste your time, move on to somebody else. But if you receive a card, I do the eyebrow check. The eyebrows go up, they're interested. Really work on this person and try to become their friend on Facebook and look at different things. But the rule of 250, and usually business owners are more than that. Every person has an influence of 250 people or more, and this is the gateway. Facebook, and here, this is their gateway. When you build that relationship with that individual, you're actually opening your gateway to 250 people, potentially 250 people. So every time you get a new person, a new contact on Facebook or a business card at a networking event, it should be like, all right, my capital is increasing. Ooh, I feel good about it. And so really build your social capital. Every time you get a business card, every time you get a Facebook request to become friends, value each individual that comes along and actually wants to join your network. But of course, vet them and make sure that they're viable, they're not scam, or they're not trying to just sell you something. Find other business owners, become friends, collaborate with other business owners. Remember, I had told you that the best thing you can ask a business owner is, how can I help you? They always need help, especially as small business owners. Go to networking events. When you go to a networking event, what's beautiful about it, I don't know if I can show you, but I know, you know what, we don't have time to do that. But when you go to a local, let's say a chamber of commerce or something like that, when they create a Facebook event, who goes to Facebook? Who goes to these networking events? And majority of the time is business owners, because they want to network their business. What's great about Facebook is that they you can see all the people that are going to the event. When you go to Facebook, the Facebook event, let's say for your local chamber of commerce, and you go to the Facebook event and you see the people that are going or people that are interested, go down the line and see people that are interesting. This is the way I actually built my network by using this tactic. 50% of my building of my network was through this tactic. Is look down the line and look at the people of influence, people that have what we call extensive experience in business, or maybe even wealthy. They've been successful in business. Anybody that I really want to associate with, I go down the line and look for these individuals that, or even potential clients, and I request to become their friend. This is the before the event. I click to become their friend. And they might ask me, how do I know you? Or what? I said, well, I noticed that you're attending this networking event and you're in this business. I would like to meet with you and really see how we can collaborate and work together. And that always works all the time. They're like, oh, yeah, great. They're excited. So when you go to the event, right away, it all happens all the time. 2 or 3 or 4 of the people that come up, hey, you're my new Facebook friend. And then we hit it off. And I already have, it's like laser target networking. I'm going in there and I'm finding the actual people that I really want to meet, and not waste my time with people that are not really interested in my services, or interested in my business, or interested in me at all. So and then after the event, that's the key element. You have to do a follow through. Ask to meet with, have a cup of coffee, visit their business. I tell you what, when you go visit their business, it's like visiting their family or something like that. They love their business, and you just go and visit their business, get a view of what they offer and everything else. And every time I visit a business, they just love it. So I try to do that. I know that's time consuming, but I tell you what, it will go a long ways. Professional bio, go to Fiverr. If you haven't done that, go to Fiverr and they can actually create a professional profile. Don't just have minimal stuff on your profile. That's actually, tell the world about what you offer, who you are. And Fiverr, they just go into fiverr.com and tell them create professional profile for LinkedIn or Facebook, and they'll do it for you. $5. I did mine for $5. Engage, try to join groups, engage with others in groups, and I tell you what, that's the best way to build your fan base. That's about maybe 30 to 40% is through groups, and by myself creating groups or myself joining groups and engaging in people in the groups. And content is king. Okay, now you built this large network of people. You don't just sit there and start selling them stuff. They don't like selling. They don't like stuff that you're constantly spamming or selling. So constantly share content. Try to find articles. Try to find things that can help them out. Like I found this one thing, Workforce Solution, because they knew that I have social capital. Say, hey, Mike, we have this new grant that just came in. It is for business owners, small business owners that have 50 employees or less. We will pay 75% of their wages for 9 months. I was like, wow, okay, let me share that. I shared that. I had 2 business owners come to me crying with tears in their eyes saying that you saved my business. And it was phenomenal to hear that, because they needed more employees, but they couldn't afford it because they were having some financial issues. And it really saved their business. And so social capital works. But with the content, constantly try to find things that help them. And then once in a while, you say, hey, by the way, I'm offering this if anybody's interested. And because there's so much reciprocity that people just feel like obligated. It's kind of like the Christmas gift. You go to a Christmas party and somebody gives you a gift and you're like, oh my Lord, I didn't bring a gift for you. And then you feel the conflict in your mind that I didn't give you something. That's what you want to kind of create that conflict with them but don't expect it. Just give. Just like the golden rule, like Jesus said, do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Do the same thing to them. And it comes back to you. It naturally comes back to you because there's conflict in the mind. But do that with your content. Work on emotions, and it's the greatest thing. Emotions. Don't put kitties on. I mean, kitties always sell, but don't do that. Stay in your branding lane there. Get influencers to get involved in your page. Try to find your local influencers. Get Chance to come on here and do an article for you on your Facebook page, or get somebody in your local community to get involved. Encourage people to tag or share or put hashtags. Just constantly encourage. Now, don't go too crazy with the hashtags, just a couple of them, and just really get people to get involved and engage them. Here, I'm going to share a trick with you all, algorithm trick, and I'll be doing that throughout this webinar, is a lot of times people just click like, and you'll have no engagement, nobody posting anything. What you want to do is open the all the people that liked, click copy, and then paste them into the post, and make sure they're tagged. They turn into tags, and tag everybody and say, thank you for liking my post. I greatly appreciate it. For some reason, just because you said thank you, they're going to come back and probably, you're welcome, or the happy face emoji or something like that. And well, that's going to take your algorithm, take your post and put it on top because there's engagement. And so that's a little trick there. Okay, we talked about Facebook events. I was giving you the trick on how to use Facebook events. First, to join. Okay, now I did create a little. And Chance, I'll probably, once I get an email address, I created a community group called on Facebook, Build Your Massive Empire. And what it is about building your social capital and everything else. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually continue to share tricks and the trade, and try to get you all to help you build your social capital. And there's no cost to join this community. It's a community that not only I'm going to be sharing ideas, but everybody's going to share ideas, and we even try new things. We're going to try to find out Facebook algorithms, LinkedIn algorithms, all these other social medias, and we're going to try different things and really test and take it to the next step. Now, I want to give everybody here a challenge. The challenge is by January 29th, and let's see if Chance, you can keep track of this. By January 29th, I want you to get 1,000 new friends, now Facebook friends. And I'm saying just Facebook, not LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is actually kind of easy to get 1,000. Actually, I can do it I can actually show you how to do it in 5 days. But as far as Facebook, I want you to get 10,000 professional friends by January 29th. I want to see if y'all can do that. All right. A Chance, I think he disappeared. I want to see if you have any questions.
I just muted myself.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see the chat here. All right. I went through that pretty fast, so I know I'll give you some time for questions.
So let me post up here. Who will take the challenge? 1,000 followers. That can be on your personal page or your business page or ministry page or church page, whatever have you. But 1,000 new followers. Who will take the challenge? Post yes if you accept the challenge. And I accepted it today.
I'm even doing the challenge myself.
Yeah. Actually, it's interesting. Your cat has more followers than me. I mean, on my business page, I got like 30. I got over 3,000, but still, your cat still has more than I do.
Yes, 47 followers, 4,700 followers.
I says she's gonna do it.
All right.
Says she's gonna do it. Awesome. Who else? Come on. Where is Sindel? Where are the other folks? Holly, how about you? Do you accept this challenge?
Who can do it? We can do it. You can do it. Yeah, 1,000 new friends. That means not ones that you have now. 1,000 new friends.
Oh, there's a question on how. Well, some of the things are what Michael just went over, but if you want to give any more creative strategies on how to get followers, I know for some of us, many people here actually that I see in the private of who's here, most of them are church related, ministry related as well. So one of the good things is simply when you go to your nonprofit event or your church event, what you got to do is tell people to follow you. You know what I'm saying? Tell people to follow you. But make sure, of course, they're in alignment with what you want to do. There's sometimes churches do outreach ministry, and all of these people come to maybe a potluck or whatever, but we don't ever tell them to follow us on social media. So this weekend, for example, Carol, for example, I think you have a congregation. Like, imagine if you go this particular weekend and just tell them, hey, follow me on XYZ. Hey, every week you do that for the rest of the year, you can probably be getting 10 to 20 followers a week, just like that. On the weekends, that is. So
but see,
anything else, Mike?
Yeah, it's not just the new ones that you're coming in. What you do is you start cultivating, fertilizing those individuals to actually start. And I did a contest earlier today, Chance. I did a contest earlier this week. I'm sorry, and I actually posted the winner today. And the contest was, I'll give 1 hour of free coaching. What you're going to do is you're going to promote your business. And what I had them promote their name of the company, the description of what they do, and a link to their company. And then they have to tag 5 other business owners. They have to like the page. Mind you, this is all the algorithms that to really make it. And it blew up. It had a lot of people wanted to win this contest, and not only that, they were promoting their business. Well, out of that, just doing that, mind you, I knew a lot of them already because I have a large following. I got 25. It was a 2-day contest. I got 25 new followers out of that. And so it's cultivating within the people you already have in your Facebook page. You can use them to get more people to follow you. Then on the outside, bringing people to come in, and also joining groups, going out there, befriending people. And in groups, you can easily, within a week, get a 25 to 50 people like that easily.
Okay, let me say something on groups here real quick. I shared this today with groups. Facebook groups, not all of them are created equal, of course, but Facebook group is indeed one of the way you can also show yourself to be an expert, and that way you attract people. I am in several groups that are related to different things, publishing, ministry, health stuff, all of these different stuff. But so I have both free groups and paid groups. So like I said, they're all different. What I've noticed, most of the paid groups, people are there, they act more professional. Sometimes you want to be careful of the free ones because everybody's dumping their things. They're not really interested in what you have to offer. They just kind of just dump in their stuff. So it's like a dumping ground. If that's the case and you don't see a lot of interaction in those groups, then that might not be ideal people because they're just also trying to promote themselves, kind of like sometimes you go to networking events. But what you do is, what I've noticed working is this: when you get in the group, you interact, you share advice, you participate, you like other people's stuff, and by doing that, what you're going to notice is that people begin to see you as a regular, and they want to reach out to you. In one of the groups I'm in right now for automation, software automation, and building pages and funnels. And there are two people in that groups in particular who are very active, and they're always answering everybody's question. They're not selling at all, but guess what? People reach out to them so much that they make thousands of dollars every single week. Not only that, but one of them, just this past week, I myself, I reached out. I had an issue with what program I was using, and I needed somebody to build something for me. I wasn't looking for a whole do over. I was just saying, hey, can you build these 4 steps for me? And the individual shared with me, hey, what about all of this stuff? Like, I want to not only just do that one thing, but I want to do pretty much all of your automation. I'm going to build 30 pages for you to automate your entire business. I'm like, okay, cool. So what would it cost? He said $3,000. I said, well, I'll give you 2,500. And so there you go. Imagine that one individual from that group, he didn't go elsewhere, but I'm saying from that group, just this week, he was able to close me on $2,500 to do automation. Now, what if he got 10 people? And I know he's done bigger jobs for other people within the group. So that's what we're talking about is groups can, so he got following. Now I'm following him because I see him answering other people's questions. He follows me back because he also went on my website and he see different things that I'm doing. So I'm sure in the future, he will also be a customer of mine, right? So I'm just showing you how you can see how the money can be made when you participate in different groups. I have groups for publishing as well. One of the reasons why most of my books become #1 bestsellers every single time is because I have certain groups of people that help me every single time. It doesn't matter what book I create, even if it's a Christian book, if it's a business book, it doesn't matter. But these people have committed that within our group, a network of people, we will help and we buy one another's book no matter what. So that's one of the strategies I'm telling you there, how Facebook can bless you and help you with what you're doing. I rambled on there, so sorry about that.
I see a question there, Chance, about from Carol. How do you find groups? Well, you actually go to the top search bar and type in, let's say, like whatever you're interested in doing, whatever your business is. You type that in, and it'll give you a slew of different. There's going to be some closed groups that you have to request permission to join, and then there's other groups that actually that are open and you can join right away. And watch out with the open ones; those are usually the ones that are the dump sites. And
yes, that's true.
The ones that are closed usually, and you have to. Even they ask you a lot of questions. If they start asking you a lot of questions to determine if you should join the group, that is a good group right there.
There you go. Carol, also with groups are pretty much anything, and it will base on you want to join groups that are reciprocal or beneficial to what you're doing. So let's say you're in ministry and you are a preacher. So what you do is you will find groups where people who are preachers, for example, like Dr. Cooper is on here. She has groups that are in health. So I see sometimes she make posts in different groups, and there are even Adventist groups and Adventist health groups and vegan groups and all of these different types of groups. So I'm in publishing groups. I'm in anything that has to do with automation online. Mike, any group that Mike recommend, I just go by default too. So that's what I'm saying. You've been good, trust people so much that after a while, I know whatever group Michael recommend is generally a good group. Is going to benefit me
You
some
can
way,
actually,
shape, or form.
and also you can get by location. You can put like if you're in the Rio Grande Valley, you can put and actually like for Christian sites or not just ministry, but let's say people that are just looking for prayer. That's some good sites there where they're people that are just going through some hardships and they need prayer, and they'll just post prayers and everything else. And there you can go as a pastor, you go in there and say, I'll do a prayer group for you. I'll get my prayer warriors to come and help you pray or be an intercessory prayer and stuff like that. And it's where you can start doing some reciprocity and praying for them and stuff like that.
That's right, and that's good for ministries and churches. Actually, now that you say that, Mike, I do have a prayer group. It's called Prayers That Move Heaven, which is also based on my book. So in a future training, we're actually going to go through that. How to, as you're growing, that might be one of the strategies you want to use. You want to be able to create your own group on Facebook, because as your following grows, you're gonna have to figure out how to funnel them down for the ones who are serious. And a group is one of the way to sift and to get it smaller and smaller. Where now those people who participate in the groups are the more committed ones. So you have the big fish net, and then you kind of narrow it with groups, and then you have paid programs and so forth. So yeah, I have a prayer group as well, where people can go there. Any church member requests that I have, those are places I put, because I know within that group are people who actually pray. So yeah, that's powerful.
Okay.
Any other questions for Michael? Take advantage now. Sindel is asking, what is automation? Mike?
Automation is where you can either be a funnel, or whenever somebody sends you an email that they're requesting information, it'll actually go through a chain of different emails. Let's say you order a video, and once you order a video, you can either upsell or you can actually send them another video within a certain time frame. Let's say a chain of videos that you're gonna introduce into maybe a course or something like that. And so it automatically does it for you. You don't have to actually send the email yourself.
There you go. I'm going to post a link here with that too. So when I say that, who's that, Sindel? You will learn that too in the course. You are a student. One of the things is that as you set up everything, when you create your online stuff, it becomes important to automate so you can focus only on what you're doing. Because the last thing you want to do, let's say if you're a student right now, you might be overwhelmed with everything. So with automation, it means, for example, when somebody goes to your website, you can process orders, for example. You can follow up with people even while you are not there, because you pre-programmed certain things. So like, for example, when you guys downloaded my book, you right, as soon as you entered your email, it sent you the book immediately. That's an example of automation. Then right after that, you get a series of emails for a couple of days. Those are automation. So that way you build a relationship over the first couple of days of someone joining your list online. Same thing, you can do it too with Facebook. You can create certain messages when people send you a message to your Facebook page, for example. You can set up an automatic reply. That's an example of automation. So you don't have to worry too much about that. We tell you all the softwares and tools you can use to make that happen. So don't worry too much about the automation. Or you can do like I did, outsource it all. I have a question though, Mike. I want you to elaborate one more time on why it's important to, because we've all broken those rules. That's why there's do's and don'ts, because most people have broken them. I, for one, have pretty much broken them all. About the buying, being careful of buying certain you know, what you said, like likes and so forth. Now, there's a difference. You can run a Facebook ad to be able to get likes to your page or
Oh yeah,
follows
no,
to your
that's
page.
fine.
That's different.
Actually,
That's
Facebook
different.
will love you for that because you're
Exactly.
getting money.
And you get more targeted. But the problem is, let's just say hypothetically, most of this time, what happens when you buy those likes from like Fiverr or eBay or whatever, and even Twitter, what's going to happen is, yeah, you're going to get a whole lot of likes on your page, but they're going to be people from India and Sri Lanka and so forth. Nothing wrong with those people by themselves, but that's not your ideal customer or client. And when you post stuff, Facebook is algorithm. Part of it is reading, what's your fan base looking like. So if all your people are from India, guess who they're going to show it to first?
Yeah.
And the people here are not going to see it.
Yeah.
Right? And when it comes to purchasing, if you have a business and most of your fans are from those countries, then what's going to happen? They're not known to buy at a US and a UK and Canadian price points. So I say generally in the beginning, you want to grow your list with the tier one countries. Those are the US, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and so forth. Those are the countries where people are known to buy at US prices. So, stay clear of most of the other ones. If they friend you, that's different now. If people friend you and you build relationship, that's okay. But don't definitely target generally people from like Sri Lanka and India and so forth because they generally wouldn't buy.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, we've been here now. We just hit an hour, 1 hour, 1 minute. Before we go do this, if you do have any other question, please send them. The other thing I'd like you guys to do, I want you to actually make sure you tell us what training that you would like us to cover because we have our own list, but we want to make sure we are serving our students good. So make sure you let us know what do you want to learn about when it pertains to online marketing, monetizing your skills, anything along those lines. Let us know, and those are the things we want to cover. So Michael, you need to send that workbook you mentioned a while ago, the workbook.
I send it to you
So
or
well, if Gabriel sends a private message, then you can send it to her. If everybody else wants the workbook as well, then you can just email me and I'll send it out with the replay.
okay. All
So,
right, I'll
so yeah.
send it to you.
So if anybody else wants that workbook, let us know. If not, Gabriel, just send a private message to, or Gabrielle, I'm not sure how, forgive me, I have an accent. So Gabriel, send a private message to Michael with your email so he can email that to you. If others want it, then I will post it in the monetize your skills area. And can you expound on utilizing emotions? Okay, that's the last question. Michael, Carol is asking, can you expound on utilizing emotions in reaching others or
Yeah,
customers?
when you when you're creating a post, it has to feed on an emotion. You notice with business opportunity, people do that all the time. Imagine imagine you can actually quit your job and you create a vision for them that it could be better for them or that they can be a better, happier person. You can do those. There's a constantly feeling certain emotions that will actually really complement your product or service that you're providing. And especially if you're a minister or a pastor, that's kind of easy because you're pretty much the emotion of the love of Jesus Christ. It's easy to do that. But let's say you're selling a product or service, you can't really use that. You're gonna feed on emotions on how creating a vision and how your product or service will solve a problem. That's a key element of solving the problem.
Okay. Anything else you want to add?
Also, remember a chance that if anybody wants some private coaching, and actually I'll do a sit down with you, or actually if you're a distance away, we'll meet together online, and I can actually coach you one-on-one on how to really build. Actually look at your Facebook page and really go through the analysis and helping you get to where you can actually build or get to the 1,000 if you want, or 1,000 plus in a short time.
Okay. Let me put that up here. I think it's which one was it, Mike? Do you want to put it up? You look at the thing that you have, and you put up the offer there.
Okay, it's my first time using this. Okay, here we go.
The
Offer.
one with the what's that? The horn looking thing, the icon. You
Uh,
got it?
oh, it didn't.
It didn't save.
It didn't save.
Okay. Well, I can email them out anyhow. Let me just put this up here for now. Folks
Okay.
can go check that out. Let's see where that goes to. Ah, it went to your online training. Okay, so here's the deal. Michael, we're going to email you tomorrow. For those who want to work with Michael, he's going to send you a direct link where you can actually get hands on coaching from him to be able to make the implementation. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. When it comes to doing this stuff, we know that it works. It's profitable, right? Michael just shared with you people who have done amazing things. When it looks to, I advertise online all the time. I'm doing more. That's actually my number one priority going into 2019 is to super be heavily involved with Facebook advertising more than I've been in all my time because I've now have my online stuff in such a format now where it's pretty much all automated. So I don't really have to be there anymore to pretty much work on it, except to tweak it here and there and to maintain. But you have to be able to advertise, you have to be able to promote your thing because, again, the course will teach you one phase. Phase one is about product creation, where we help you to, figure out if you want to write a book, if you want to do online courses, teach or coach and consult with people. That's the kind of stuff that we teach you. For you to get it out there to people, you have to be able to now do what? You got to market it. You got to promote it, right? That's just a regular part of it. It's the same thing like church or wherever. You can hold a meeting, you can hold series of this. If no one knows about it, then guess what happens? Nobody's gonna, be blessed by your offers, by your products, your programs or services. So Facebook is one of the most powerful ways. So I pay people to run ads for me. October, for example, I had 3 brand new people that I hired to do 3 separate Facebook campaigns for myself. I run Facebook campaigns for myself, for my church. I know how to do it as well. But again, I don't want to be the jack of all trade either. I have Gene. I brought Gene on 2, 3 weeks ago when we did the stuff with Aaron Delizensky. So he pretty much will be taking over most of my advertisement coming in the new year. So sometimes you have to do that, and it's not as expensive as you think, really. You just saw me, like I said. I mean, someone just reached out to me. I was able to pay them $2,500 to do stuff for me. That might sound plenty, but let me tell you, the return is generally better than what you are putting in. So don't look at it from like, oh, it's going to cost me. Because think about it. If you are able to grow your Facebook following to 10,000 people, if you promote your stuff and even, let's say, 10% of those take action on there. That's 1,000 people that can get your thing. Well, if your thing costs even $20 and and you have 1,000 people buy, voila, right? That's the kind of stuff that we're talking about. So same thing with churches. Most churches, especially in our faith group, guess what? They don't even have 1,000 people like in their church stuff or ministry page for that matter. So you can see that again. No wonder we're not getting the kind of results. So this is a new day and a new age. You have to grow a following, a presence. If you're a teacher, if you're a guru, whatever you want to call yourself, or an expert, this social proof, what Mike is talking about, when people come to your page and they see you have several thousands, that's why we set a goal, a minimum of 1,000. Because anything over 1,000, it begins. Oh, a lot of other people are following these guys. But if you have, 100, 200, or even less than 100 people, the social proof is not there. So this is just the new world that we're living in. So we want to help you to be able to take advantage of that. So I have found paying for things speeds up the process. Mike talks about organic stuff. Sometimes it takes a while to be organic, but if you use his strategy, it'll be fast. But I know for me, even just getting my first 1,000 people on Facebook took forever, right? But like you said, part of my strategy was, guess what? Yeah, I'm going to run Facebook advertising and get my following up. So that's what I did. But guess what? For the long time, it took me pretty much over a year plus to get 1,000 people. When I started doing Facebook advertising for that, in no time, I was able to get over 3,000 people. So the same thing with my email list. All of it is the same thing. Took me forever to get my first 1,000 email subscribers, but then I spent $2,000 and then I got 6,000 people on my email list. So it's just how you kind of want to work it. But Mike, like I said, for a small fee of $99, he can help you to achieve this goal. And
Actually,
that way you
I put
can
the
build
offer.
momentum.
I put the offer on right now. The offer
Okay,
is.
so yeah, and people can click. By the way, you should be able to see that. Let me make sure. Let me check on my
I
phone
can't
here.
send it right
Okay, so yeah, it's set right there. So if you guys want to click on that, anybody want to go there, schedule a training with Mike. Like I said, Mike is vetted. I know Mike. You can catch him. You can track him down, right? I wouldn't recommend. And by the way, you know this. You guys know me. All the people we interview in Monetize Your Skills Academy, these are people who are doing 6 and 7 figures. These are people who are reputable, right? So we don't bring on nobody here who has not proven themselves. Like I said, Michael has run ads for me before, okay? So I know when I have events locally, that's the guy I go to also partner with to help me get people to events because I know his stuff works. He in the valley, when it comes to business people, he is the pretty much most widely known person in the valley because every networking event, this is the guy that organizes them. This is the guy that gave me a big break here locally. Not only that, but like I said, Mike has referred customers to me. One client he referred to us recently to help them, produce their product. By the way, it's right here, right? Not to talk their business, but this client right here spent over $9,000 with us. And that was because Michael referred him to me, right? So we were able to help them. And
now.
Michael was the person that referred them.
Actually,
So
I
he's
even helped.
qual.
I even helped Les Brown out. He had a event here at the FAR Convention Center, and their marketing guy didn't really do much. He was they really didn't have the people, so they came to me and said, Mike, let's use your social capital, your Facebook social capital. We got 2 weeks, and they only had like a handful of them people, like I think maybe 100, and within 2 weeks, we got up to 450 people,
Wow.
and I've
And
had
that's
more.
Les Brown.
Yeah, that's Les Brown.
The Les Brown guys. I mean, you guys know Les Brown, right? So the one who says you have greatness within you. So
Yeah.
imagine that's what I'm saying. Les Brown is a high caliber official. By the way, depending on what page you opted in, you would have seen Michael and Les Brown. I particularly put your video on the opt-in page or the
Okay.
registration page for this event. So those who registered via that page, you might have seen that video clip. But yeah, Michael is hobnobbing with Les Brown, right?
Mm.
And like you said, the people who are supposed to be the professionals organizing this event didn't even pack out a convention center for Les Brown. Michael, regular average Joe guy here in the valley, that's the go-to guy. So again, when they reach out to Michael, bam, Mike, can you help us out? There you go. And Michael was able to help pack the seat. So
Yeah.
that's the kind of stuff we're talking about. So he really knows what he's doing. I wouldn't bring him on there if it weren't so. So, and like I said, I went to his program today. It was a paid event, and I didn't say, "Oh, Mike, it's because you're my friend. Can I come for free?" No, I value his information
Yeah.
and his knowledge. So I paid to be a regular student, just like everyone else. I was there for the full 2 hours today, and I couldn't even speak to him, even though we're friends. Everybody else was lined up speaking to him. So
I
anyhow, but yeah,
apologize. I couldn't hug you and like I give that friendship hug. I was too busy. I'm sorry.
that's all right. Hey, I know it's all right, but hey, I got you here for a whole hour. So all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Please mark your calendars. Every Thursday, if you are a Monetize Your Skills Academy student, every single Thursday, we are on here at 7 p.m. where we will be training on different topics as pertains to monetizing your skills and digital marketing and so forth. Whether it's for business, ministry, your personal brand, whatever it is, we help you to be able to do it all. I'm going to throw this in, by the way, for those who get coaching with Mike. If you take Mike up on his offer that's on your screen right now, just click here for the 1 hour Facebook coaching. I will follow up on that with also an hour in helping you run your first Facebook advertising gratis. No charge on that. So that's my additional bonus.
Nice.
So if you get Mike's coaching right now for 1 hour, then what I will do, like I said, let me know, or he will let me know. No, you let me know. So that way you reach out to me. And I will also give you 1 full hour to set up your first Facebook advertising campaign for free. Okay, your first Facebook advertising campaign. And that will be, again, as a thank you for trusting Mike and for getting your stuff. Because I really want, before the year ends, man, I really want some of you here. I know you guys were on fire when you joined the academy. I want you to get results. So that's why I want you to do this. This is the fastest way. When you get other people coaching and helping you, that's the fastest way to get it done. All right, Michael, thank you so much for joining us tonight and sharing with our students, man. I really appreciate you. And may God continue to richly bless you.
Hey, you too. Thank you all.
All right. Good night, everybody. God bless. And we'll see you again on next week. Send us any message. Check your email tomorrow for the replay. And again, take Michael up on that offer. God bless.
God bless.